So, as soon as you are ready.
Okay.
Usman, it's such a pleasure talking to you, and thank you for spending time. So we're talking today with Usman, the co-founder of Sonik Pocket, and first of all, Sonik Pocket we already briefly discussed where this name came from, and I was wondering, where did you start the company, where the idea came from, how it's all get started?
Okay, so yeah, it's going to be a long question, this one, it's a long answer. The concept actually came that one of my I've got 4 nieces, very adorable ones, and they're between the age of 6 to 12, and one of them wanted to shop online, and I wasn't feeling very confident to give my credit card details because she wanted to purchase a product online. So I started investigating online toy stores, like your Hamleys, Toys of Us. They were all designed for adults to use, where toys were always getting received by children, even if it was for Christmas, for birthday, it was always coming to them. So that was one of the things so I started investigating a little bit more, and then I noticed that one of my nieces, who was 6 years of age, she was struggling with mental arithmetic. So I started studying some online educational platforms, and what I noticed there, I mean, even though they're very fantastic and I support a lot of the educational platforms, there was no real end output for children. So there was nothing that they gained at the end of doing education. Education online, at the standard, it feels like a little bit like school. But with Sonik Pocket, what we're trying to create is we're trying to give that output for children. And how we basically do that is we let parents create missions online, where they can say that you need to tidy your bedroom, do your homework, and they set a monetary value to it. So they could say that you can receive £5. The child receives a notification. Once the child's then unlocked their pocket money, they can decide if they want to save the pocket money, which they receive gamification points, or they can spend it as well.
Sounds great. From which age is it?
It's from the age of 6 to 12.
Oh my gosh, I would love to have such application when I was 6.
Yeah.
I don't think I had anything. We even didn't have phones that time, I think. No.
Yeah.
Irina, shall we check the sound?
Yeah, я уже сделала.
Okay.
I have done it.
Perfect. I just check if everything is good. That's amazing. So when have you started?
So we started in 2016, May.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we've been around for a long time. We,
6 or 16?
16.
Oh, so it's like 4 years?
4 years, yeah.
That's
So,
a long time.
yeah, it's been a long time. It's been a bit of a crazy journey, you know. We did have opportunities to partner up with different corporations, i.e. banks. That took a little bit of time to negotiate, but we found that it was probably better for us going independent just now. And it took a little bit longer to build the team. At that stage, at 2016, it was only really myself that was there. So now we've added in a CEO to the company and a CTO to the company as well. So trying to do a big project like Sonik Pocket is very difficult on your own. And it does take a lot of time, especially if you're going down the avenue of getting public funding.
Yeah.
That does take a lot of time to do as well, the applications and the grants and stuff.
Yeah. So how many people founded the company? Basically, you started, the whole ideas came from you. You have CTO and
CEO.
So just 3 people co-founders of the company.
Yeah, the 3, and we've all got individual skills. I like to look after the partnership and sales and drive that vision forward. Paul, our CEO, he is very good with the agile development, what to focus on next, and the processes, where Jamie, he focuses more on the technical aspect of it to make sure the methodology that we're building, the apps and the web interfaces and the databases are done in a very safe and secure manner. Yeah.
And the whole team, how many people do you have?
Okay, so currently right now we've got 3 co-founders, 2 employees, and we're subcontracting to 2 Glasgow-based companies as well, which are helping a little bit with our development and our UX and UI.
So it's quite a lot of people, and you need to manage and coordinate all of them. How do you handle this?
Good question. Actually, I think because we've been planning this for so long, this is what's probably helped us a little bit, because we didn't really go into developing the app straight away. And I think being able to kind of build something small, learn from it, and you know, gain that little bit of a momentum and have that confidence to take it to the next stage is really important. And I don't think you should be put off, or anyone should be put off, if you know that it's taking them a little bit a long time, because it's your journey, it's the way that you want to do it.
Yeah. Also about starting a business. So Irina and I, we have this idea that entrepreneurs should be a bit cuckoo.
Yeah, I'm a big bit cuckoo, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and what we also noticed that the majority of entrepreneurs, like 85%, are coming from entrepreneurial families.
Yeah.
What would you say? What is your background? What about you?
Yeah, I mean, that's a really good point. I think it does, you know, having that family background where you see your parents, you know, striving to do business and trying to do better for themselves, you do find that that does filter through to the children. Yeah, my parents done really well, you know, business-wise. And I think it's, I don't know, I think it's just something in our DNA. We always want to do our own thing. And I find that with a lot of entrepreneurs that I meet, that there is that linkage there, you know. But not all the time, you know, not all the time. Sometimes it's just that passion and drive, and they've just got that determination to keep on going.
Yeah. How old you've been when you started doing this journey, or is it your first business? Did you done any?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say I've done a business to the complexity of Sonik Pocket. I have. I was in mobile phone retail, customer service. I done some freelancing and mobile phone technologies as well, but nothing as complex as this. Just doing things like Magento, WordPress. So yeah, I've always liked to, you know, I've always been involved in business. Yeah. Yeah.
Was it a difficult decision to like leave company, like stable, and start something new? Put all your hopes and money and responsibilities. You have a family, right?
Yep.
All this, and say, okay, I'm gonna do it.
I'm really glad that you brought that question up. The reason for that being is, I think I've been very fortunate because I've stayed with my family for a long time, and I've had a lot of support from them as well. And I really wouldn't be in this position, and I wouldn't have got this far within Sonik Pocket. We've still got a long journey still to go. But I think the family support is really, really important, because being a founder of any company, it's a very lonely world out there. No one really understands what you're doing, and people think, oh, you're not really making the progression that you should be making, but they don't really see the stumbling blocks that all us guys really have. But I've had a very supportive family from my mum, my dad, my brothers and sisters. Don't get me wrong, my nieces, they ask me like every single day, like, when is Sonik Pocket going to be ready? Oh, I've missed another birthday, yeah, and I want to get my pocket money on it. So they're actually my biggest critics out there, you know. They're like, get the bloody thing up and running, you know. So
you already have a pilot group of users.
Yeah, I mean, we've got them. They're going to be trialing it out first. Some of them have actually outgrown the platform now. So, but luckily my brother's just had 2 young children, so they're going to be the ones taking over.
Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely. I think family support is really important. You wouldn't really be here, even if it's not financial support. I think what's really important is having that moral support.
Definitely.
Really, really important.
Yeah, we also discussed it, and we found that mental health, like now it's a lot of people thinking about mental health issues and how it's important to maintain a stable mental health. And as you mentioned, being entrepreneur is a lot of pressure on person. It's very lonely, and a lot of we discussed before. When you're sick, you just you don't know what to do because you can't afford to be sick, and it's a lot of pressure. How do you handle family support? Do you do like healthy habits, or you doing something else?
I think in the first 3 years, I really struggled to deal with it. I really struggled to deal with it, and I was like waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning, sweating and worrying about things, and just not great. And it's not. And I think as time goes on, you do learn to deal with it. My wife's very supportive as well, and my family, you know, they understand the journey that I'm going through. You know, I'm a bit crazy, yeah, but they kind of understand that it's going to take time to get that process, and having a good family structure around you is really important. And really talking to a lot of other startup companies as well. It's really important to go out and do that little bit of networking and build yourself that community that you can like talk to other people. And you do, it's kind of strange, you do kind of drive to be around other entrepreneurs, and the reason for that being is because you kind of feel like they understand me, yeah. Where if somebody is working in a big corporate company, they were like, "You're crazy. Why are you doing what you're doing? Just go and get a 9-to-5 job. Just go and get a 9-to-5 job. And why are you putting yourself through that?" And I think this is something in the startup community that's not really spoken a lot about, is the kind of the mental depression and all of the type of things that you can get. It's not really spoken about, and it has to be something that it should be talked about.
Definitely. Probably we're not gonna dig deeper into this set topics. I also have some stories, and a lot of people whom I know, other entrepreneurs, will also struggle. And as you mentioned, only other entrepreneurs can understand the issues we have on day-to-day basis and all the pressure we have. But at least we have the main driven force. It's our businesses. If you would say, try to separate how much time to spend on different aspects of your life, how much time to spend on Sonik Pocket?
Yeah, I feel like I've written the questions actually here. Yeah, I think at the beginning, the first 3 years, I was non-stop on the project. Like really non-stop on the project, like Saturday and Sunday, going to the office, just thinking that, I can't miss an hour here. Let's get in here, staying on late, 8, 9 o'clock, and missing a lot of my social life. I think in the last year, especially probably the last 9 months, I've learned to kind of breathe a little bit and going, do you know what? I've been on this journey for this time, and if it's going to take another 6 months more, it's not the end of the world, yeah. It's good to be passionate about your product, but you can't be your product. And that's really, really important, and I've really learned that, to sort of take time out the weekends. I try not to do so much stuff on the weekends. I try and spend time with the family, my wife. I think that's really important time to have that escapism a little bit and really crack on it on a Monday to Friday basis, yeah. And at the weekend, night time, sometimes I will do a little bit of work, but I try not to do it, yeah. I don't do any sports or anything like that, as you can probably tell, but I would love to. I'm going to try and get back into some stuff, because I think sitting in front of a computer for most of the day and just stressing about things is not healthy, yeah.
It's not healthy. Even for mental health, you need to have regular physical exercise.
Yeah.
And it helps a lot. It would help me to overcome like early stage depression when we just started the company.
Swimming's good as well. I used to do swimming before, yeah. Swimming's really good. It's going to the steam room and saunas. I think that's really good for breathing stuff.
Some steam room now.
Yeah.
You mentioned before that you had a lot of support from other societies as companies and banks, and you decided to go a separate way. What about RSE? Did you have have you been a part of this program? How all this happened?
Yeah, so we were selected through Unlock Ambition, RSE, which we started last year, it was, yeah.
Oh, congrats.
Yeah, so we started that last year, so we completed our fellowship. So we're part of Royal Society of Edinburgh through the Unlock Ambition programme. So that was it was an excellent programme. It really helped me develop my skills to really clearly articulate what I'm trying to do with Sonik Pocket. This was a 12-month programme where we went to various different parts of the UK. So we went to Fort William for the weekend with 20 of us. We would sit and work on our project. We'd have some world-class training. And that was, we went to places, as I said, like Fort William, Aberdeen, Edinburgh, Dundee, and that was every 3 days per month that we would do that. And that was really good. That really helped me to develop my set skills from there.
Was it difficult to get into this program?
To be honest, not really. I just tried to be myself, and I think passion always sells. People know, I mean, RSE is a very established program. It's been around for hundreds of years. I just knew not to be, try and commit to what I can deliver. And I think it was a very successful program for us to try and get into it. Yeah, there was a 10-minute presentation that I had to do, which I was really nervous. So we went to the Royal Society of Edinburgh. When I went over there, it was this old building that it must have been there for a long, long time. Beautiful building, art and decorations was really nice in there. And we went in, it was like a big boardroom, and it was maybe like 13 people there, very established in the startup community in Scotland. So yeah, we went there and I just explained to them what I was looking to do and where they could support us. And luckily we got selected. I think there was a lot of people that applied for it, yeah. That was a very good program, that one.
Yeah, I heard it's very competitive. And
Yeah.
it's a big achievement that you get through. And
Yeah.
congratulations on this. What about other competitions?
We've won Scottish Edge, Wildcard, Main Edge. We've won that. We actually won that in the same year, which is a big achievement. So we won both, yeah.
That's amazing.
So we won Wildcard and Main Edge. We've won a lot of various different RBS awards as well, funding. And recently we've just been given a Smart Award last August.
Smart Award.
So this is from Scottish Enterprise, where you have to show a technical challenge and why you can't take funding from elsewhere. This was fantastic. It was a really good award that we basically got, and it wasn't just great in the monetary value that we got and the funding that we got, but it was a very challenging application that it really took us a bit of time to do, but once we got it right, it really helped us get the business processes moving further forward. So sometimes it's not just about the money.
It's not.
It's about the feedback that you get. It's about how it develops you as an entrepreneur and your team as well. So we worked out a lot of great things, even just doing the application process. I think our application was 52 pages. And we had to write everything uniquely, so it was like a technical challenge, it was the finance side of it, everything. But the good thing is we've been able to extract a lot of that stuff and put it into the business plan now, going further forward.
That's great. So what are your plans for the future? When are you planning to launch the program?
We're looking to launch on, and don't hold me to this, we're looking to launch on April the 15th, just coming up, yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, we're looking to launch really quick. We've made a lot of progress in the last 9 months. Really got all our foundations right, and it's been a big, long learning process. But we're looking to launch our first phase, beta version, on 15th of April this year.
How it's going to be? Who going to be the pilot users?
Yeah, we've already got 350 sign-ups to Sonik Pocket, variously through our network. I've got a pretty strong startup network through all the competitions and just networking up with other individuals. So we've got 350 there. We're looking to pilot out to them first, and they will give us feedback and all the processes that we've already built in. But the first version, I genuinely believe it's going to be a really good, I think because we've took this long to build it, it's going to be a really good one. Yeah, it's going to be a really good first effort to get it out there in the market, and then we'll add in some new features as we progress forward.
Where do you see Sonik Pocket in 5 years?
I see Sonik Pocket actually being a financial institute for children. I really do see it that way. I see it being a one-stop application where children can learn about money. Parents can do their digitize their pocket money on it, and it's going to be it's going to be a little bit like Amazon for kids, so kids can save up for like a mountain bike. It's going to be a one-stop for, we've got it up there, it's educate, shop, enjoy, and we put that on 4 years ago, and we've kind of followed that. It's about education and shop and have a little bit of fun for the kids as well. So that's what we're looking to kind of take it all the way through. So I see it being somewhere, and possibly maybe in the future partnering up with maybe like a PayPal, a MasterCard or something like that. So, to a big level, a global level.
You are starting in Scotland and UK, or do you have like geographically limitations?
We'll probably do Glasgow first, but we'll be looking to expand quite quickly. So on a weekly basis, we'll be looking to add in new demographics. We'll be definitely doing the UK first. We are having some very good conversations. We came back from Silicon Valley. I was with the Unlock Ambition program over there. We were talking to PayPal. We had some really good chats with them. They've been saying they're looking to do something like this for years. So we're firing some emails back and forward. We've got a demo day with them as well. We're speaking to MasterCard. So I could see America being our secondary market, and I think if we really get into the American market, and I think things can scale up very quickly in America.
It's much faster than
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
I think UK is a great country to put foundation for business,
Yeah.
get started, and develop the basics. But to grow up quickly, it's probably a good idea.
I think Scotland. I think you're spot on. I think Scotland is probably one of the number one in the world to get that foundation left
Yes,
academic.
yes.
You know, that academic level. Yeah, to get that the core concept out there, and get that early stage support. But I think when it comes to serious investment, you really need to go to London or San Francisco or something like that to really get that. And I think it's different. I think I've had a lot of investment meetings here, and some of them have been great, but a lot of them have been like, well, how much pocket money is going to go through it, how much I'm going to make in toys. Where in America, it's not. It's like you need to go there and kind of say, I'm going to be the biggest pocket money app in the world.
Yeah.
And that's all you need to really say. And as long as you've got a cope,
That.
yeah, you know, that's what they want to. Yeah, I mean, get on that jet and get over there, yeah. But definitely the thinking is a little bit different over there. It's just like saying, look, tell us your grand scheme of things, and we will, rather than going there and asking for 100,000 or 200,000, they want you to ask for like $4 million.
Cultural difference.
It's different, yeah. And we can't really, we can't take it away from Scotland. Scotland has some unique talents as well, yeah. It has that talent of great, you can get very good people to come into your company as co-founders at a very early stage that really believe in your concept. And I think that's hard to get that over in America, because in America, a lot of the big corporations like your Google and Facebook take all the top talent. Where the top talent, you know, guys like me and you, we can utilize them, you know, get them into our company at a very early stage. And I think that's what's very unique.
Also, I think in America, I don't know. I never been there as a business person. I never visit America from the point of view I'm gonna do business here. But I believe that they don't see like businesses at for example, as our business stage as business. They see it more as an idea.
Yeah.
But what we need traction. So we need to kind of see that it is working.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's possible to build a foundation there at all.
Yeah, you're right.
It's too competitive. It's impossible to get in.
I mean, even the cost of living, you know, you're absolutely right. Cost of living so expensive, but here you could still do that. You can tap into all the universities.
Especially Glasgow.
Exactly. The cost of living is great in Glasgow.
So good.
So, I mean, I was going to go back to the previous comment that you made, and we went to an investment company and we were doing this early pitch to them, and they're like, I'm not interested in your figures.
Here.
No, this is in America, yeah. This is over in America, and it was saying, we're not interested in your figures, we want to know about your product and what your vision is. That's it. We want 2-3 slides, that's it. And then yeah, that's what they're really. I mean, obviously it's not that easy. You still need to you still need to really go through it. And they're not just going to give money away. Yeah, they're going to invest in you as an individual, and in your team as well. So I think overall there is that big culture difference there. Where here people go like, oh yeah, come back in 6 months' time. You know, when you've got show me traction. Yeah, but
not even traction. Show me validation.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's the problem with that part is. For me, that's not real investment.
Nah.
The way I see it, that's not really startup investment. That's like saying you show me a sure bet and I'll take it.
Yeah.
You know, you really got on that path, and I think this is where the government does really well in Scotland. Scottish Enterprise and all the other various different parties that help out, they can bridge that gap. That's what they're very good at doing. If you can be patient and go through all the funding process, then you can basically get yourself to that level where you've got that traction and you can still get investment from Scotland. Okay. After, okay.
Shall we?
We're just posers.
We are. I am, personally.
I'm not really, to be honest. I'm just having fun.
So, Blitz round. What is the perfect age to give a smartphone to a child?
I think a good age to give children a smartphone, I would actually change that to a tablet. A tablet has a bit more better security around it. There's no chance to make calls and that type of things on it, and you can modify a lot of things on a tablet. So I would say probably about 6 years of age.
6 years. What does it mean to be an entrepreneur?
I think it means that you need to be really crazy. Definitely need to be a little bit crazy. You got to have thick skin, definitely. You're going to get a lot of criticism. You basically you got to be able to take feedback.
True. What is the most important in life?
Family.
Perfect.
Definitely.
What is the biggest dream of Sonik Pocket?
The biggest dream for Sonik Pocket is to really make an impact on children's lives, because I think mental arithmetic is something that's been forgotten. And I think if we can improve mental arithmetic in children and have a lot of fun and be fun for children is really, really important. And if we could solve millions of children around the world, that would be an amazing success for me, yeah.
And how does Scotland become the next Silicon Valley?
How can it be the next Silicon Valley? I think, wow, that's a really good question. I think we don't have the. How can it be the next Silicon? I don't think we have to be the next Silicon Valley.
Good. I completely agree. We don't need to be a Silicon Valley. We have here a completely different, I think, environment, and it's perfect, as we discussed before, to build up a foundation.
I think we're more stronger when it comes to equality as well here compared to Silicon Valley. If you look at a lot of the big corporations out there, there's not really a lot of people, and there's not a lot of female in senior positions. So I think we don't have to be Silicon Valley. We have to be who we are, and we're very good at that early stage build up, as we spoke about before. So yeah, we have to be who we are. And Scotland's a very welcoming country to a lot of various different backgrounds as well. And maybe not America. Silicon Valley might not be.
Totally agree.
You know, so.
Usman, thank you very much.
No problem, it was a pleasure.
Such a great talk. And guys, please follow Usman's journey, check Sonik Pocket social media, and keep eye on the launch of the website.
April the 15th, yeah.
Is it going to be a website?
Yeah, so we're going to do a web interface at the beginning. As we see how children and parents engage with it, then we're going to develop the app. But very soon we'll develop the app after April.
And keep an eye on the website launch in April.
Thank you very much for you guys as well, and thanks for inviting me along. Guys, thank you very much. Thank you. Cheers.
Oh, wow.
The whole world only has 5 of them.
I'm keeping one of them.
Yeah.